Which game did you watch?
I just stuck with the City versus Dortmund game. I mean, what a game that was. I mean, the Liverpool game, on paper, is a blockbuster game, but I just wanted to see Haaland versus City. And obviously, Dortmund have got a lot of good young players as well, so I just wanted to see how they was all going to get on. And to be fair, it didn't disappoint, because all the players that I wanted to see play well, all played well.
Jude Bellingham, there'll be some moments in this game that we should discuss, perhaps for the wrong reasons, because Jude Bellingham, in my opinion, had a perfectly good goal chalked off. If that's you, right, so say that's you're one-on-one with a keeper, and I think you do very well to get in that circumstance, and then the goal's chalked off. What are you thinking? Yeah,
it's poor, because he does really well. He works hard, he shuts the goalkeeper down. Ederson takes a bad touch, it goes up in the air, and all he's done is try to get his toe on the ball and nick it past the goalkeeper, which is what he's done. Ederson has then kicked him, but he just obviously stayed on his feet, tapped it in the empty net. But the worst part about it was the referee was too premature in blowing his whistle. Straight away he blew it, so he couldn't go to VAR. But that was a perfectly good goal, and he was really impressive last night. And I think the more he's playing for Dortmund in the Champions League, playing as well as he is, I think he's got to be in with a shout of getting in the Euro squad. I really do.
Erling Haaland as well, and played his part. He's just, we were speaking about this morning, the more you watch him and the more you just see him move, he defies so many parts of physics, like the speed, the size, he's so rounded. He is so rounded,
and you know what, like, he had a couple of opportunities first off, kind of half chances where he was maybe a little bit quiet, but you knew there was going to be something, and then he obviously burst onto the scene where Diaz, who's arguably going to be the PFA Player of the Year, deserves it, got absolutely ragdolled by him. He threw him, he landed on his face, and then it was good goalkeeping from Ederson when he went clean through, and then his little touch for the goal. Well, fair, it was Bellingham into him, he nicks it around the corner, and Royce finished it off. I mean, you saw little snippets there where you went, yeah, okay, I can see what the hype's about. And you're right, he is an absolute freak, because what is he, 6 foot something, he's quick, he's got great feet. I mean, he could see right now he's a top player. But I really like watching Dortmund play last night, and as I said, you look at Manchester City side of it, people like Foden, brilliant, De Bruyne, brilliant, the top players all playing well. So it was a really good game of football last night.
It's not them at their best either. It's not Dortmund at their absolute best. So, you know, they could. I thought that as well, and I was thinking, God, this poor team that's going to be ripped apart, because there's so many players linked with moves to the Premier League as well. Like Sancho's linked with a move to Manchester United again. Obviously, Erling Haaland's linked with a move to just about every top team on the planet. So look, we won't do the old speculation about where they'll go, but I thought Phil Foden could have had 3 goals.
He was brilliant. I mean, he was sensational, Phil Foden, last night. His touch and the way he kind of moves his body, he just looks like a mini David Silva. But as I said, when I compare them two, you'd probably say that he probably carries more of a goal threat than David Silva. David Silva in possession, arguably there's no one better. But Phil Foden, he just looks like he's a pet player. The way he gets on the half turn, he plays little 1-2s, and as you said there, when he scored he finally did score, which was the hardest chance out of the lot. The relief on his face, that he was more not angry, but in terms of like, I should have scored before that.
Yeah, because the angles that he had before that were literally just like one-on-ones, were so straight on, so in front of the keeper. Then the other one, the one that he actually did get, was this definitely looked like the most difficult angle to get in, and he just.
I mean, you talk about Bellingham, and Bellingham potentially should be in the squad. Well, you talk about a guy in Phil Foden that has to start, not just be in the squad. He's got to start for England. We've got nobody else who's like that at all.
Jude Bellingham, does he go for you?
100%. And he's only just turned. That's the scary part about that. He has only just turned 17 as well, and he's got the lot. He's got good feet. He's got an engine. He's powerful. He's powerful. He scores goals, and he's just technically really, really good with his feet. So, and he's got no fear. He's got no fear whatsoever. So I would definitely put him in there.
Would you start Jude Bellingham?
I think he'd be close. I think if Jordan Henderson doesn't make it, because he's obviously not been, he's been out for a while. Declan Rice is going to be out for 4 weeks, and we know he'll be back. You start looking around what midfield players do we have that can kind of do the lot, because I think it was Roy Keane was talking about it. You pigeonhole midfielders, didn't you, by saying he's a holder, he's this, he's that. I look at him as like a number 6, like kind of that Paul Pogba type role, Bellingham, where he gets forward, can get his goals, but if you need him to do defensive work, he can do it. So for me, I'd start him.
Wow.
I would start him, yeah.
And it's great to have options, isn't it? Do you know, I'd wrap him in cotton wool, because if he's 17 years old and we're sticking him on a plane to go to the Euros, and he's going to have this incredibly glittering career, I would absolutely wrap him in cotton wool and just protect him from everything, from the world. You're
talking about a young kid who's just turned 17. He was obviously playing the Championship last season for Birmingham. He's now playing week in and week out for Dortmund, and they're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's absolutely sensational.
And it's not even just like he's a passenger in this, is it? He's just like, he's up there driving as well.
He's up. Listen, I really, really like him. And I think last night, as I said, you looked at a lot of the talent on that pitch, Manchester City versus Dortmund, and all the players that you wanted to play well, they all stepped up and played well.